So let's talk about this one briefly on the Fala, okay, the Fala groups, and that is Equatoria. If you look here, this is Equatoria here, and this can tell you Equatoria. So this line here we cut right there, that is South Sudan, and this is Sudan. So the Fala people are living around side here. The area that I mark right here, this one here to that one there. Here we have also Christians. There are Muslims here, but mostly the Christianities are practiced here in the equatorial regions. That is the Equatorians. I think they're mostly Christian. If you look, that is 100% of them they are Christian. And then we have 100% they are Muslims here, because their purpose is sedition, the border administration. This is the border here. This is the Madi, the Bari, the Acholi, the Lutu, the Didingas, the Tobozas, the Mundaris, and you name it. That's actually how many of them. There are 501 tribes there, right there. 501 tribes in Sudan. They're not easy to name all of them because English is also a tribe. Okay, when we talk of Arab is a tribe. Okay, that's how it goes, and there's quite a lot of French is a tribe actually. So Latino, and then we talk of Espanol is a tribe, of course. That is the speakers. The speakers they have their language that they own their dialect. We mean tribes, people with dialects. English is a dialect, for example. Kiswahili is a dialect. Kiswahili is a tribe. Okay, and then when we talk of Luo, Luo is a tribe. Okay, Turkana is a tribe, for example. And if we talk of Keji is like a county, or is like locations where some of these the Baris people they are residing across the Nile. Okay, so that is towards. If we talk of this one here, this is Bari borders post. Bari border post is Keji. Okay, when we talk of Keji, the Central African Republics, we talk of DRC, Congo. Okay, that is the Bari people, and then the Madi and Acholi, Numule, Gulu, Uganda. Okay, they cover Numule, Gulu, Uganda. Okay, and then now we talk of the Didinga, Lutuko, Topoza, and then border post. That their border post is alongside of Tori, Narus, Lokchokyo, Lodwa. That is Kenya and Ethiopia side. Okay, so Central Africa, that is this bar here. You can find them in Central Africa, you can find them in DRC, and then you can find them in Uganda, and then the Madi, you can find them in Uganda, and then you can find them in DRC, you can find them in Ethiopia, and then in Kenya as well. The same like the Bari people, and the same like the Lotugo people, but they are called all Equatoria for that regards right there. If you see, the occupant is alongside here. This is where Central can be found. DRC can be found, Uganda can be found, Kenya can be found, Ethiopia can be found. So that is where the occupant rely upon, and in short they call them Equatorian people. Okay, in short, that is how they call them, self-Equatorian people. If you look, the map is like this. That's the divided map right there, and the configurations of that map right there, and how we are doing with the whole map here. That is the criteria areas of that Equatoria and the origin of the Equatoria people when we are to expand the service of that particular Equatorian people. And if we look here, this is Uganda. This is Sudan, and then right there, this is Kenya, this is Sudan. Okay, this is Kenya, this is Sudan. We are editing is, and if you see here, this is Kenya, this is Uganda, this is Kenya, this is Uganda. This is the three border here, three border, one, two, three, okay, and then you go one, two, three. You see right there, Ethiopia is somewhere right there. If we zoom it like this, you can see this is Kidepo National Park right there. Kidepo National Park, and this is happening right there. This is Kakuma. This is the locations where we come from. Okay, I come from the camp, refugee camp. Okay, we show you this is where I come from. And if you see, this is Ethiopia right there, and whatever, this is Sudan, this is Ethiopia right there, and this is Kakuma. Okay, this is so Uganda, this is so Kenya, and then this is Sudan here. So we are editing is if we can find this thing here, this location here, and remove this word here, and then put back Sudan over that area. That is all we are doing. And then to do that, we have to be very specific to our viewers, specific to our people that this, for example, let's say this is the three junctions of the three countries, Central African Republics, and then we have Democratic Republic of the Congo, and then we have here the Central African Republics, and then the Sudan. And if we do this, this can tell you where this is right here, and then if we all go here, we go somewhere right there, somewhere here. Okay, they can tell us, they can write to us somewhere here. They can write us somewhere here. This is this one here. Somewhere here they can write to us. This is this one. Okay, this is Sudan, and this is DRC. So they will write to us here. You see, ladies and gentlemen. So I guess you're getting here now what we are handling. So this is how the map is getting edited, how to edit this particular map. And then you know, this is of course this is DRC, this is Uganda here. If we are to make it here, okay, you know, this is Uganda, this is DRC, right? So this is Sudan here, and then this is DRC, this is Uganda. And then let's see here, this is the three junctions of these three map here. They can tell us, or they can write to us the border here. We can image this border post here, and then see them further, how they can image them up. So here, that is the border post here. You can see the border post isn't hidden yet, is somewhere hidden. So they cannot tell us yet. Hold on. Yeah, that is the one right here. Yeah, that is the border post right there now. So this is Sudan right there. You can see this Democratic Republic of the Congo. And then this Sudan, this is Uganda. You can see this is the three joined over this area here. This is right there, Sudan, this is Uganda. So we're gonna be removing the source, and then we're gonna place Sudan and Uganda right there. That is, as you can see, the most important thing that way we will be able to resolve these cases here. You can see very clearly here, this is Democratic Republic of the Congo, this is Uganda, Kenya, and then this is Ethiopia, and then this is Central Africa. The cases is covering only one country, two country, three country, four country, five countries. Okay, so this one here is the one that neglected, and then to replace back this Sudan, we have to work, of course, this line that has been marked right there. And then for the Ethiopia one, we can go like this and then check with the Ethiopia. So with the Ethiopia, they can write to us somewhere right there. I guess they have their post somewhere right there, which they may post. People, 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 people. So yeah, that is why you can see so with Ethiopia is the whole thing is okay now. Right there, that is has no really confusions right there at the moment. You can see no writer here around Ethiopia area even. Yeah, we got a writer right there. You can see that is Sudan and Ethiopia. So the writer is right there, the translator for that particular borderline. That is how to catch those guys and then fire them, of course, and then to get the Sudan place back right there. So alongside of that particular border. Okay, so on the other area was this one. This is what they call Equatoria. This line here you are seeing, this is Equatoria. Okay, so Equatoria, West Equatoria. Okay, that is West Equatoria on the border here. So here, this is the central. This area here, when you go like this, like as we show you on the map right there, and then this is the central here. This is east. East mean Ethiopia, Kenya, and this side of the Uganda. Here they call this one east, and then here this one they call it northern Kenya. Okay, northern Kenya. So from for the Sudanese here, this line here for Ugandan here who are here, this is east when you are here east, and you are here east goes like this east goes like this west. That's west. Everything started this end here is east. Everything started this end here is west. Okay, so that is how these border post issues and cases they are merging up right there. So on occasions, if you see here this map here, that is how it goes. And then this is west, this is central, this is east. Okay, so that's how it there goes. And then you can see here is west. Okay, the whole thing follow west, and then the whole thing goes like this, fall west, and then here it goes like this, fall this end here, covering this one, fall covering this one here, and this one here, fall east. So this line here, when you take it like this, they goes east, covering the whole Sudan as East Africa. Okay, so covering this end here, this is west. Okay, West Africa. So that is how the whole situations goes normal in red. So let's see. Let's say here on the occasions, the group of the armed force in Sudan. Okay, that is, let's say it, they say it, the group of armed, armed forces in Sudan are the people who robs, who are thieves, and then there are rebels, and then we have governments or the two generals that are rivaling for presidential one. That could be the groups of those ones. And then there are soap looters, okay, the people who loot soaps. And then these days, you can see the map is a fake right there because they bear wrong copyright. And then we have Janjaweed. They say those dingas, those South Sudanese people right there. They are the ones that are looting the soaps, robbing their thieves, and then their aim is stealing cars. They are coming to check if there are cars there to give away or there are money to give away, and then they take people things. Okay, say the Chad refugees. The Chad refugees say so because they got looted a lot. Their things got stolen a lot. Those guys, they are after your money, they're after your car, they're after your good houses only. They take it and then they will move it away. So the Chad refugees are 1 kilometer away from Darfur, let's say it. Okay, they flee because of that war and then because of that conflict. They are now under UN, okay, UN host. And then if we look further, we have area of questions. Of course, that is the Madi, the Bari, the Acholis, the Lotugus, the Tobozes, the Dingas, as the Anakotorians. Okay, of which they have of Fala children who are Christians and Muslims. Right there, 50-50, they are Muslims and Christians. They are Sudanese, Uganda, and of course they are sometimes called Eastern. When we talk of Eastern, I show you everything start from Kenya is Eastern, and everything start from side of DRC or Central Africa is Western. You know, that is the such as the Bari border post, which is Kijikeji, basically Moyo County. Okay, and then when we talk of this one, the DRC or the Central Africa, that is the Bari people concerned right there. So, and then the Madi people or the 501 tribes, where their major routes is to Kampala, because Kampala is 501 tribes actual base. Okay, the route from Juba to Kampala is 501 trips right there. So there you can see that is Madi border post. Of course, normally Gulu, Uganda, actually that is of course of the east, which side of the Kenya or Ethiopia, the Didinga, the Toboza, the Tugos border post. That is Narus or the Tori, and then the Lutchokio, Kenya or the Lodwa, Kenya. Okay, the Falas cover all the Sudan borders, let's say it, the Fala people. Okay, those people covered all the Sudan borders, including Africa by managements. And then the managements of the river Niles are done by the Fala families, the Muslims. Lake Victoria's management is done by the Muslims. The let's say to the East African countries and the nation, the management is done by the Muslims. The Red Sea management is done by the Muslims. And then the Indian Ocean management is done by the Muslims. Because if you look, roughly 90% of Mombasa port is managed by the Muslims. If you go to Mombasa, if you go to Dar es Salaam, that is Muslims. If you go to Somalia port, that is Muslims. Okay, the Pacific and major Arab leagues, Libya, is done by the Arabs. That is the Arabs concerned right there. If it come to those the rest of the African border post cases, that is the Muslims communities, the Fala communities. They are the one concerned right there but not as the Sudanese who are this one, who are the Falas, or who are not the Falas, but who are the Mahdis, and claiming we are 501 tribes in Africa, for that regards. But on overview, this is the regards, So we have to think is how to terminate that source away from the world map, and then put back the copyright of Sudan. That is the main objectives right there, that put us the emphasis of doing so, that we will reach that extent, or that extension, to ensure that we have the really Sudan copyright policy implemented. Okay, Sudan copyright policies implemented mean the Sudan copyright policies implemented, because here, if you look, this is west, everything here west and east, west and east. Okay, so that is the Sudan copyright base. Okay, the Sudan copyright base criteria for that regards. And then if you look here, that is the map which is sealed. Of course, either this map to be used as a Sudan a copyright, or this map here to be used as Sudan a copyright. Okay, or the new legislated map, which is this one, the previously used Sudan map. Let's say this is a Sudan 2023. Phase 2010 governmental reformation map. This one here either to be used, either this one here to be used, either this one here to be used. There are how many map here? 3 outstanding map right there to be configured, that are eligible or liable for use as a copyright in Sudan, other than recognition or memorandum of decision that the South Sudan on the world map, which is fake and which is ideal for thieves and for robbery cases, for looting bases, and they are not good enough. Otherwise, by me, when HassanZ, this is returned. That is, ladies and gentlemen, the protocol is observed here. And that is regards.